What's going on, family? It's your man MIAMIPATRON here for another video, coming to you from Santa Marta, Colombia. Now this is the #1 channel for those of you that want to travel full-time and make money while doing it. They're called Digital Nomads. I help people do that. So go ahead and leave a comment below of the first city you want to go ahead and travel to. Alright, so what I'm going to be talking about in this video is the 12 digital nomad job ideas that can get you started on your journey today. Alright guys, so for those of you that don't know, I started my digital nomad journey on accident back in May. Actually no, but almost a while ago when I started in Puerto Rico back in February. It is now September, and I actually started down this journey on accident. I've been making money online now for the last 2 years, and a lot of the times people ask, how can I make money online? How can I travel? How can I, become a digital nomad? So I'm gonna be breaking down 12 different steps and 12 different ideas that you can begin making money online so you can get started on your digital nomad journey and traveling full. Now the first one goes without saying is a travel photographer, right? So travel photography, if you're on Instagram, you already see these guys. They have great photos, right? And they're just building this really big portfolio. So that's the first one, is you can go ahead and become a travel photographer. Now this area is saturated a little bit, but with perseverance you can really get it going. So I highly recommend, if you want to become a travel photographer and make money while doing it as a digital nomad, that you have some form of social media presence. Because what you can do with that social media presence is go to tourist companies and agencies and different stuff like that, and travel companies, and basically pitch them your idea. Hey, I can do this for you, I can do this for you. Or you can end up selling your stock photos or selling your photos to those agencies or online. So the first one you can go ahead and do is a travel photographer. Now I'm not in this category. This is based on the research that I'm doing and some of the people that I've met, but you can become a travel photographer. Now I'm gonna look at my notes here, that way we can keep it real with you guys, right? The second thing you can do is you become a graphic designer, right? So if you're savvy with computers, you can hop on there and begin designing different kinds of work, right? Get good at Photoshop, get good at Adobe, and begin producing, stuff for different companies. Become a freelancer, selling your work either on Upwork or on Fiverr, and becoming a graphic designer is a great way to go ahead and get started. The third one is becoming a web designer. Now, I'm not much of a tech kind of person when it comes to I'm good at marketing, but when it comes to tech and stuff like that, that's not really where I shine. But a job that is really prevalent in digital marketing space is becoming a web developer. Whether that you learn coding, whether you're good at that kind of stuff, definitely check it out. Because I remember when I was in college, 4 years ago, coding was something I definitely checked out, and if I never would have dabbled into that, I would have never have known that wasn't for me. I like talking to people, I like marketing, I like being on video. So sitting at a computer and doing coding is not something particularly for me, but other digital nomads in the space have great success and they love it. So my job here is not to really put bias into it, but to give you the ideas that are really working right now in the digital nomad space. Now the fourth job idea that you can get started with is the one that I got started with, which is a digital marketing agency. I believe that this is the easiest business that you can get literally started this week and begin producing income. For those of you that don't know, I moved to Miami in 2018 with basically no internet skills. When I first landed in Miami, within 1 week, I had 2 clients pay me $2,500 a month, and my life was never the same. And basically, starting a digital marketing agency is basically running Facebook or Instagram ads for local businesses, right? Tattoo shops, like for example, this tattoo came from one of my clients. You can do tattoo shops, gyms, different stuff like that, and being able to run their social media, whether you just post for them or I highly recommend running ads for them, is way more valuable. It's something that it literally takes only a couple hours a week to do, but produces a high income, which allows you to travel. So that's something I highly recommend, and it's a service, so it's so easy to sell. Hey, I'll run your Instagram ads for you, I'll run your Facebook ads for you for $1,500 a month or more, and you can begin traveling right away. The fifth job idea is an online course creator, and that's basically where I'm at right now. So make sure you check out the description below, because that's how I get people started on the digital nomad journey now. It's because right now, inside of you is knowledge. And there's somebody in the world that's willing to pay you at least $1,000 for that knowledge. Now that sounds broad, but it can be anything. Because Think about it. Think about stuff like Linda. Think about stuff like Udemy.com. There are tons upon thousands of course creators making money every single day selling their information, right? Information business and the information age that we're in right now is the most valuable. Whether you know how to dance, cook, marketing, anything. It can literally be anything. Like there's a guy that teaches people how to do backflips who's making $17,000 a month. Okay, think about that. $17,000 a month teaching people how to do backflips, right? So right now in the world, somebody's wants to learn what you have. So putting that into an online course, packaging it up, and selling it for $500, $1,000, or $2,000 or more is a great way to get started. And that's how I help people. That's how I help people become digital nomads now, is by launching information products in the form of online courses. So make sure to check out the description below, because that's what I help people. The sixth idea is becoming a copywriter. Right now, what is copy? Copy is basically the use of words to help people sell stuff, right? So think about if you ever go on to a sales page, right? A sales page, or somebody selling something, and you see this long page of words and stuff like that. Being able to write words that persuade people to buy stuff is a really hot and in-demand job. And think about it. If you're typing out words, you can be location independent. You can do that in Bali. You can do that in Mexico City. You can do that in Medellin. You can do that anywhere, right? So that's another hot job that a lot of digital nomads are really hopping into, is becoming a copywriter. Now, each one of these skills right here is a high income skill that can pay you $10,000 a month. And copywriting is definitely one where if you can sell your service for $1,000 a month, or $1,000 package, $2,000 package, and write out some copy to persuade people to buy stuff for a local business or a local company online, or using Fiverr or something like that, now you've been able to free yourself up to begin traveling and getting started on your journeys. The seventh step is becoming an online tutor, right? An online tutor, that's super simple. Whether you tutor math, or one of the most prevalent and popular is teaching English, right? You can teach English in a foreign country, whether you teach that online or you just teach some form of, like I said, math or something like that. It's an easy job that you can really get into. It may not pay as much as the other ones that I'm talking about, but it's something that can really get you started. Even if it makes you $1,000, $2,000 a month. Like if you see my cost of living video, I'll tag it right here. You can comfortably live in Medellin for about $1,000 a month. So if you let's just say you begin tutoring and you're making about $15 to $2,000 a month, you can comfortably live in Medellin for that price. So don't discount online tutoring. The eighth idea to get you started is becoming a travel blogger. Now, personally, I'm not much of a blog reader, but in the digital nomad community, that's one of the most popular, because anytime I do research on digital nomads or anything like that, it's always a bunch of blogs, right? Never videos, always blogs, right? And these people are making full-time incomes, whether it's through affiliate marketing or selling their own information products and stuff like that, right? So when you do get started into blogging, it does take some time to really build that authority. Whether you make YouTube videos or whether you begin blogging, you're gonna have to build an audience, right? So travel blogging, or it doesn't even have to be travel blogging, it can be any form of blogging, but blogging as you travel throughout your journey as a digital nomad is a great way to build an audience. So number 9 is becoming a virtual assistant, right? Virtual assistant, it can be something as menial as data entry, or helping people, or running administratives for a local business, right? So think about it, if you're working at a job right now, consider even asking to say, hey, is it possible for me to do this job here, or can I do it somewhere else in the world? Can I do it from home? Can I do it in a different location? Because a lot of the times, in the space and the economy that we're in right now is really the information economy. Most of the time, people are doing stuff on the computer, and they don't physically have to be at their job, right? They can do this from anywhere in the world. So whether you work independently, location independent from your job, or whether you become and do stuff on freelance work, whether it's like I said, Upwork or Fiverr or something like that, and you do simple tasks via the internet to become a virtual assistant, like data entry, editing photos, making YouTube thumbnails. Those are jobs that are really, or incomes that are really paying great dividends for the people that get really good at that. So number 10 is becoming a coach or a consultant, right? So that was the next step in my journey after I ran my agency, my digital marketing agency, is I became a consultant. Right now, what is a consultant and a coach? Right, a consultant is a person that instead of doing the work themselves, they actually sell the information to the person in the form of a coaching program or a one-on-one or something via a video or something like this, right? So, for example, when I got started on my journey, I was running a digital marketing agency, right? I got up to about $5 to $7 grand a month, and I was was living comfortably. But eventually people started asking me, how do I do this? I want to make money online. I hate my job. Can I do what you're doing? I was like, sure. I've never taught anybody, but I'll teach you, right? And so I began teaching some people. And then when I launched my course, I made $10,000 just from my Instagram alone. And I was like, whoa, this is really cool. I made a lot of money and I didn't even have to do the work, right? And my students started getting results. And so that's another thing you can definitely check out, is coaching somebody. Because like I said, this almost goes in hand to skill number 5, which is launching an online course. Right now you have a skill, you have a passion inside of you right now that somebody wants to learn. And if you don't, go learn one. Like, you think I was born learning how to do Facebook ads? No, I took 2 to 3 weeks and learned how to do it. So definitely check that out as well. Number 11, now this is another popular income source and job idea that comes out of the digital nomad community, and that is e-commerce. E-commerce is something that is really, really popular. It doesn't take a lot of time once it's up and running, but you can really produce income and really scalable, right? E-commerce is basically selling things online, physical products, right? For example, Amazon, selling stuff on Amazon, Amazon FBA, or doing stuff like Shopify dropshipping, or Etsy, or anything like that. Basically, taking products from China, buying them at a wholesale price, and then selling them at a retail price via one of those distributors, like I mentioned, Amazon, Shopify, or Etsy, or something like that. And it's a high income that it does take some time. It might take some capital. Like, for example, when I got started on Amazon FBA, it was $2,500, right? So you might need some capital to get started, but once it gets rolling, income keeps rolling in, and it only, I think when I was running my store, it only took me about 1 hour a week to really look into it. So really consider looking into e-commerce as well to produce your income while you're on the road. The 12th idea here is for those creatives. It's videography, right? Because if you're gonna be traveling, right, maybe it's just you and your camera, and if you're creative, if you've taken cinematic classes or video classes before, or you're just natural at video, doing video and selling that is an amazing income source. Like, for example, right, as you watch my videos, I am not a video creator. I just like to teach, so I literally record my videos on my phone. I actually just bought a camera, so I'm excited to use it, right? But I'm not really of the video editing type. I'm more of like the business and stuff like that. But I'm looking for somebody that's video, somebody that's savvy, somebody that's that can create really nice visuals. And guys, I'm not the only person. There are a bunch of companies and stuff that are out there looking for video, because right now video is one of the most popular communication sources. For example, you're watching YouTube right now, right? So if you have a skill in video, or if you learn the skill of becoming good at video and selling that, or starting your own video agency, you can start your own video agency, whether you're editing or capturing video or selling your stock video while you're traveling. That's a great income source that you can do while you're on the road, especially if you have a passion for video. Doing something that you love and either teaching people how to do it, launching it, editing videos, anything like that can really get you going as a digital nomad. So guys, hope you got a lot of value from this video. I'm always sharing great content like this to help you on your digital nomad journey. So make sure you subscribe below if you got a lot of value from that. Other than that, I'll see you guys next time. MIAMIPATRON.